Okay, what you are looking at is not a picture of the big dig of a few years back here in Boston. What you are looking at is a picture from 1896, the construction, the digging of what became the first subway in the country here in Boston. And we are about to ride the first line of the first subway in Boston. This is the Green Line from Boylston Street and Tremont in Boston, at the Commons. Okay, we are at the Boston Commons area, and we are running the first line of the Green Line subway in Boston, which was the first in the US. I would have thought New York, but no, the distinction belongs to Boston. And Boston beat New York by like 3 years, which I discovered, but I didn't know that until now. And this is the extent of it. The extent of the line seems to run the length of the Common.
Passenger, next stop, Park Street will be last final stop for this journey trip on Tri-Red by a bus
Along Tremont.
To continue, realize to stay on the platform for the next journey. Once again, next stop, Park Street will be last stop.
Lines, opposite direction. Doors will open on the right.
And here we're coming into the Park Street station, which is end of the line for the first line of a subway system in the United States. All right. Coming through. Honky, honky. All right. And there it is. That's it. That's the extent of the first line, subway line in the US. Okay. Boston by 1912 had a green line, a red line, a blue line, I believe. And all of them are here today. Everything was really settled as far as the lines were concerned. Of course, there were changes throughout time, but most of the lines were established by 1912. Okay. And their cars, like the cars we saw in Boston or in Pittsburgh, are trolley accessible. You can run them on the street and on elevated platforms, which they did. Okay, like Pittsburgh. But where Boston went from subway to trolley, if you remember, Pittsburgh went trolley to subway. Okay, but they have the same kind of cars. You could pay once you board, or you could pay ahead of time. Okay. All right. So let's see. So there you have it. The entire first line of the first subway in the United States. You want to know where we came from? We came from, let's see, that white building down there with the red on top that's under construction. Yeah, we came from there all the way the length of the Commons here to the Park Street station, which is the oldest subway station in the country. Okay, Park Street station. And there is commemoration of the station here. Right there. Not a long run, but you know, kind of like John Glenn's first flight. Not very long, but certainly historic in what it did and what it portended.